here at the University of Guelph. I would like to welcome you to the College of Arts Convocation ceremony this afternoon. The University of Guelph is honored by our graduates, and we take great pride in this convocation. I'd like to tell you a little bit about the proceedings today. The ceremonials used for conferring degrees have evolved over a millennium, and the gowns and hoods represent that history. In general, the gowns for the bachelorette and the magistrate degrees are black, and the color of the hood is different for each degree program. The doctorates at the University of Guelph have a bright blue gown, and the honorary degrees are an even brighter color. The University of Guelph crest that you can see on the curtains behind me and the shown on the cover of the Convocation program also represents our specific history. The emblems in the crest show links with the royal city of Guelph through the white stallion above, the connection to liberal arts through the book, to the sciences through the astrolabe, and our connection to abundance and agriculture through the cornucopia. The University of Guelph motto, Rerum cognoscere causes, is a quote from Virgil. It is variously translated to be either happy is the one who is able to ascertain the reason of things, or perhaps to know the meaning of things. The procession of people into the hall are also influenced by ancient tradition. The piper will herald the start of the procession of graduands, the students who are coming to graduate today. This will be followed by the arrival of the mace leading the platform party. The mace is a symbol of authority of the university and will be carried by the beadle. In medieval universities, the beadle was chosen by the instructor to work as an assistant. Today, the beadle is the ceremonial officer of Senate. Following the beadle and mace is the chancellor, president, members of administration and the honorees, fellows of the university, members of the board and senate, and members of faculty and staff. The degrees will be conferred in the order that you see in your program. The degrees are separated by categories representing the specific degree being awarded within the college. We will begin with doctorates and magistrates, followed by the bachelorette degrees. The name reader will present scholars to the chancellor and president by degree category. As the name of each student is called, the beadle will place the hood over the recipient's shoulders. This moment will be recorded on video, and technology willing, there will be a simultaneous live cast of the event to allow family members and friends to watch from a distance. The chancellor and president will greet each student at center stage, and a photograph will be taken. We understand the joy and excitement accompanying such an auspicious occasion, but we ask that you hold your applause until after each group of graduates has crossed the stage. Once all the degrees are conferred and cheered for, the chancellor will close the ceremony and a recessional will play. Please remain standing during the recessional until all the platform party has processed out of the hall. Our colleagues from Alumni Affairs are hosting a social media program developed especially for Convocation. Please share your videos, memories, and advice with graduating students by joining us on social media and using the hashtag #GuelphGrad. Finally, may I be the first person to congratulate the graduates on their various successes and offer my congratulations to the family and friends who are here to support them. Welcome to Convocation at the University of Guelph.
O Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land, glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
We acknowledge the Atawandaron people on whose traditional territory the University of Guelph resides, and we offer our respect to our Haudenosaunee, Anishinaabe, and Métis neighbors as we strengthen our relationships with them. Let us pause for a moment on this day of celebration to reflect with our awareness and gratitude for the gifts that we've been given. Let us remember the diversity of people that enriched our lives, the teachers who educated us, the colleagues who challenged us, the friends who laughed and cried with us, the mentors who advised and guided us, the families that sacrificed for us, the administration and staff who kept doors open and supported us, the workers who don't receive daily recognition for their contributions to our success. May we be thankful and honor their gifts, which brought us to this point in our journey. As we graduate, may we be mindful of those to whom the right to education is not afforded. As we look to the future, may we remember the things that we've learned in and out of the classroom. As we progress on our journey, may we continue to grow not only in knowledge, but also in compassion. May we be filled with wisdom to be good people, brilliant scholars, and passionate citizens of the world. May we become great leaders that improve life, just as our lives have been changed. As we leave, may we spread seeds of peace that make the world more just, more mindful, and more beautiful. So be it.
Please be seated. Thank you. Members of the board, honorary fellows and faculty of the university, families and friends of the graduands and graduands, welcome to the celebration of Convocation at the University of Guelph. My name is Franco Vaccarino, and I have the honor of serving as president and vice chancellor of this great university. And I'm privileged today to welcome you all to Convocation. Now, as we begin today's Convocation ceremony, let me offer a few congratulatory remarks. First off, graduands, this is your big day. You've worked hard, you've persevered, and you've made it. Well done and well deserved. Now, graduates, a big part of today is about you, but there's another group that today is something about as well. So before we go on, there's a group of individuals here who I'm sure you will agree, graduates, deserve your special attention. And they are those family members and friends who've supported you from the sidelines throughout your time here at Guelph. Now, I know that the College of Art students know how to express themselves, so this is an opportunity to give a shout out to your family and friends as they are here with us today. Great. Wow, well done. So in preparing this welcome, I reflected on the address I gave at my installation as president and vice chancellor last fall. And a central part of that message was about how this university has prepared you, our graduates, for this very moment, for the years that will follow. So let me share with you some of my thoughts from that installation speech last fall. Now, for those who know me, they'll know that I'm an optimist by nature. And in many ways, we are living through what might be remembered as one of the most exciting and important periods throughout history. Our world is marked by incredible advances in life sciences and the physical sciences, in information and communications technology, in the sheer volume of discovery and knowledge. And through all this change, advances in the social sciences, in the arts, in the humanities, they test our belief systems, and they challenge our constructs against new and evolving societal contexts. We're also seeing isolated disciplines and subject matter coming together in fresh and exciting ways, like music and computer technology, or healthcare and robotic engineering. Who would have thought? Material sciences and agriculture. More and more, those connections make knowledge more accessible and abundant than ever. And those advances also effectively shrink the gap between the generation of knowledge on the one hand and the application of knowledge on the other. In our fast-paced and interconnected world, the distance has narrowed, and the distance continues to narrow between today and tomorrow. And that, graduates, presents challenges, and it also presents great opportunities for you and for us all. So what are the human attributes that will allow us to thrive in such dynamic times? Well, they include the ability as individuals, and I would say as a university as well, for us to adapt and to readapt in a healthy way to uncertainty and to change. And by adaptation, I'm not referring here to simply passive habituation. I'm referring to the act of very consciously and very deliberately redefining ourselves based on what is going on around us. When faced with change, people adapt. Sometimes we adapt in healthy ways, and sometimes we adapt in less than healthy ways. The opportunity for you, our graduates, is to adapt to change in healthy ways, to undertake thoughtful analysis that will help you find what I like to call the upside of uncertainty and change. This provides hope, provides inspiration, and I believe is the basis for discovery as well as self-discovery. And it's about taking uncertainty and change and turning it into something positive, into something special. Now, you've spent the past few years of your life studying and learning here at the University of Guelph. And an important part of our mission as a university has been to provide our students, you, our graduates, with the tools to successfully adapt and navigate through the complexities of a modern society. We've tried to help instill an ability to adapt to, and I would say indeed to thrive in, tomorrow's ever-changing world. Your experience at the University of Guelph has prepared you for this new world. In your years here, you've had the opportunity to learn, you've had the opportunity to witness world-renowned breakthroughs, and to also grow personally, an important part of your experience here. And what you've learned goes well beyond teaching subject matter strictly, and it goes towards the process of learning, learning to learn, adaptation, and creativity. As successful graduates, many of you will blend knowledge, mixing and matching ideas from separate discipline and separate areas of study. Your years at Guelph have given you the creative skills, and they've also given you the analytical skills to apply that knowledge in innovative and effective ways. So as you enter this exciting next stage of your lives, I encourage all of you to draw on all of your University of Guelph experiences as learners and also as members of a very special community, and to bring the very best you have to offer to every experience. Embrace the opportunities that arrive, look to create your own opportunities, and I would say dare to dream. Dare to dream to reach for a higher sense of purpose, and find new and fresh ways to take what you've learned here to engage with and to make a difference in your world. Thank you again, and once again, congratulations to all of you. Well done.
I am pleased to invite Professor Susan Dobson from the School of Fine Art and Music to now give the convocation address.
Chancellor Mervish, President Vaccarino, faculty, graduates, and family and friends. This is a very exciting day. I am very excited for you, each and every one of you. I've taught some of you and I recognize some familiar faces here. It's an important milestone, and you should all be congratulated on this big milestone. Faculty too, faculty and friends and family have all supported you along the way as well. So big congratulations to everyone here. As you receive your degrees today, remember that this is just the beginning of a lifelong process. I hope that you find great pleasure and joy and a sense of purpose as you continue to learn new things throughout your lives. I have a poster in my office that reminds me of this every day. It's a picture taken by Julia Margaret Cameron. She's a photographer who in 1864, at age 48, got her first camera. She actually became an empty nester at age 48. And when her youngest of the 6 children moved out, the youngest child felt so badly about leaving her mom alone that she gave her a camera and said, "Here, now you have something to do to fill your time." Well, Julia Margaret Cameron embraced that camera with passion, and she became one of the most well-known photographers in the history of the medium. She took such joy and passion in the learning of a new medium that I find personally truly very exciting. I was reading her biography, and I was especially touched by hearing about how she would rush from the darkroom to go to serve her distinguished guests tea. She always left them waiting. She always arrived with rumpled clothes. Her clothes were stained with chemicals. Her hair was coming out of her bun, and she looked like a mess. And actually, many of those distinguished visitors wrote about their visits with Julia Margaret Cameron, and they recited that she had a great lack of decorum, but such a great passion for talking about her learning in the darkroom, that made up for everything, this joy and passion that she shared for what she was learning. So that was something that really inspired me, and I thought we could look to her as a role model to embrace passion, to delve into a creative pursuit, and recognize that it's never too late to learn something new. On a more pragmatic level, I have heard from many of you that you've been a little bit worried about what you're going to do when you graduate. I know that this is a big change. You're moving from a place that is highly structured to a place that doesn't have quite the same structure anymore. So it is a little unnerving. I'm telling you, don't worry, okay? You are College of Arts graduates. You are creative. You are problem solvers. You are innovators. You are socially engaged, and you are highly flexible. So make use of your creativity and adaptability to find your way in the world. Take pleasure in choreographing your life. Your life may end up as a linear pattern, or it might be something that's more meandering. As you know, a straight line gets you to your destination more quickly, but meandering along a long and winding road can result in big surprises along the bend in the road. It can result in beautiful vistas you hadn't expected to see. So there's great pleasure in both pursuits. No matter which road you take, I would ask you to adapt, be flexible, and to make changes and tweak your choreography along the way. Many of you may have plans to go on to graduate studies or opt for further specialized training. I've also been surprised by the range and diversity of careers my studio arts students have found for themselves once they've graduated. This, I highly suspect, reflects the remarkable adaptability of all of our College of Arts graduates. For instance, while many of my former students work in contemporary art fields, as you might expect, just as many others have made really interesting detours and ended up finding great personal satisfaction working in fields they actually never dreamed of. Some now work in television, some teach, some are digital animators for Disney Studios, they work as art directors, others are employed at CBC Radio, in international aid organizations, in municipal politics, and even in the technology and business sectors. The list goes on. The fact is that we are now in a period where interdisciplinarity and cross-pollination of fields is valued and actually supported. This opens up so many interesting possibilities for all of you. Steve Jobs famously described the importance of the intersection of arts and technology when he was introducing the iPad. He mused, "It's in Apple's DNA that technology alone is simply not enough. It's technology married with liberal arts, married with the humanities that yields the results that make our hearts sing. Your journey may require persistence." To give you a little story, when I graduated, I was quite terrified, okay? I'll admit it. It was a bit of a worry about what I would do next. I had these great dreams of becoming a travel photographer, which was basically the dream that every other person in the room shared with me. And I was told that I was being rather naive to have such big dreams. But I was a very persistent type, so I decided I was going to keep phoning art directors until they actually gave me a job. So I found this really nice art director at Tourism Ontario who had a hard time saying no. I called him every single day for 4 weeks. Yeah. He finally said, "I give up. If I try you out on an assignment, will you please stop calling?" So I ended up working for Tourism Ontario for 8 years. I photographed dog sled racing. I photographed ice fishing. I photographed from helicopters and planes. I stayed in beautiful inns around Ontario photographing flower gardens. I slept in my car to get the great morning light. I did all of this. It was this great adventure. And that adventure happened because I wasn't afraid to keep persisting. So please persist. Don't give up, even if you have to make somebody irritated. Some of you might choose to embark on your journey with others. One example of a shared journey can be found in the art collective called Versus, Versus, Versus. A few years ago, 7 studio art graduates sat where you're sitting now. They decided to form a collective and work together and make and exhibit work together. They share a studio in Toronto, and they split costs and share ideas and work. They have enjoyed increasing success over the last few years, becoming quite well known nationally. They had a recent feature in Canadian Art Magazine and have had many high-profile exhibitions. By working together, they built on one another's strengths, and they share resources and research equally. They have found that collaboration empowers them and fuels their creativity. You have really powerful tools in social media and professional global networks that will allow you to find your own interesting ways to collaborate and share resources and ideas. Many of you have traveled extensively. Many of you speak other languages. Think about developing international relationships. Other students of mine have gone on to create their own jobs by taking an entrepreneurial tack or working to their strengths. One of my students, for instance, volunteered her assistance to a commercial art dealer for the Toronto Fair at the Convention Centre. It was a 2-day fair. My student wanted to learn more about arts administration from the inside. She also wanted to have an opportunity to go to a big arts event. She did such a great job working to her strengths, using her interpersonal and organizational skills to full advantage, that she basically in 2 days became indispensable, and the art dealer created a job specifically for her full-time. You may end up taking many different directions in your career over your lifetime, and you might even change career paths at some point. This might be something you plan, or it might be a way to adapt to change. Many years after my undergraduate training, I also decided to make a change and go to graduate school to train in contemporary art. I was rejected 3 times in a row. I had no idea why. I remember sitting there thinking, okay, 3rd rejection, what am I going to do now? Now there's lots of possibilities. I'm the author of my own life. I can make other decisions. I can do other interesting things. I can find fulfillment elsewhere. But then I thought about milestone birthdays. And I thought, okay, at my next milestone birthday, the next big round number, am I going to look back and have any regrets at all? And I decided to pick up the phone, and I phoned the MFA coordinator. All I wanted was advice on what further academic training or experience I would need to secure a place in the program for the following year. My call had an unintended consequence. It intrigued the faculty, so much so that they offered me a place in their program, provided that I took a few courses that I hadn't taken in undergrad that they needed. What is interesting is that I am now the graduate coordinator of that same program. Standing here talking to you today is so meaningful to me because I wouldn't be here if I had accepted that a door was closed for good. So keep knocking. I am not suggesting to you that a phone call will necessarily change the course of your life, but my message to you is that whatever you do, don't be afraid to embrace life's challenges. You might feel momentarily discouraged, but you can also see every setback as a powerful motivator to ask questions, to keep learning, and to gain skills and experience. Seek out your inner confidence to find innovative solutions to problems while never losing sight of your own values. Some of you may have been involved in competitive sports at some point. Before a major competition, game, or track meet, a coach may have reminded you to trust your training. Some of you may have heard that before. I'm telling you to trust your training. You have worked hard. You have made a lot of sacrifices. You have demonstrated commitment. I've seen this firsthand with many of you, and this university has trained you well. You are critical and creative thinkers. You are globally aware, responsible citizens of the world. You are also digital natives with a wealth of information at your fingertips. Embrace lifelong learning, adapt to change, and you will contribute to society. You will lead and innovate in ways that are even hard to fully imagine right now. When you walk up on the stage today and accept your degree, I want you to look around and you're going to see your friends, your family, and you're going to see faculty who are here just waiting to support you. We want to cheer you on. We can't wait to see what you're going to do next. Congratulations.
Thank you, Professor Dobson. Susan, because she's a friend. I think one of the great takeaways from Susan's message to Convocation is that you're told a lot by the media that there's no place for the humanities. It's a lie. You have creativity. There are lots of opportunities. You need to go out there and embrace opportunities. Don't be timid. Make your way in this world and make change. As Susan said, we're cheering you on. Your mother, your father, your friends, and all the people on this stage. Make change. Embrace life, because there are lots of opportunities. And what I'd like you to do when you go home tonight is to Google Julia Margaret Cameron and to see what it meant when she picked up that camera, because those photographs are extraordinary. But this day is really about you. And I'd like to ask you to think back to the first day that you came to this campus to start your first year. And I'll bet for a lot of you, you thought, this day will never come. But it's here. It's here. You're about to graduate, and here's how it's going to work. Will the graduating class please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I have the great honor to present to you these scholars who have fulfilled the statutory requirements laid down by the Senate of the University of Guelph, that they may be admitted to their various and several degrees.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and the University of Guelph, I hereby accept you for admission to your various and several degrees, with all the rights, privileges, and obligations appertaining thereto.
The graduating class may be seated.
All right, it's going to happen. Here it is. Hang on. I'm sure many of you, parents particularly, will shout with great relief when this happens, and go right ahead and do it. But one thing, would you please hold your applause? We have 3 groups going across, and at the end of each group, we will congratulate them. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Arts that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts Honors Program. Shannon Nardia Adams. Teresa Ainsworth. Celine Atienza. Dina Bays. Ian James Bain with distinction. Oh, louder, come on, you know. Maria Dawn Barone. Lindsay Claire Bauman with distinction. Lauren Ashley Ann Bell. Trisha Belleville. Okay. Victoria Lauren Behrens. Emily Renee Bishop Curry. Mackenzie Rose Bollywood. Okay. Marianne Bonham. Okay. Terry Booth with distinction. Laura Allison Brenner with distinction. Okay. Emma Alice Marie Carney. Ada Rena Charani. Annika Chellan. Bogdan Chifa. Pilar Cornell. Okay, go ahead. Simone Clarissa Couturier. Clarissa De Vella. Emily Taylor De Silva Peaks. Okay. Sonia Di Leonardo. Sarah Michelle Duncan with distinction. Okay. Ailish Alora Farley. Stephanie Evelyn Goddard. Hannah Goodbrand. Michaela Rose Halbim. Ashley Kathleen Harrison with distinction. Chiffon Hinksman. Cameron William Hubert Hitchcock. Emma Marie Henriette Hives with distinction. Catherine Anna Holmes. Okay. Thomas Irvine with distinction. Okay. Laura Ann Kay. Rebecca McLean Kelly with distinction. Terry Lynn Sarah Elizabeth Kennedy. Okay. Megan Keel with distinction. Okay. Jonathan Nicholas King. Stephanie Irene Katsopoulos. Okay. Kelty Ann Laidlaw with distinction. Go ahead. Hong Ngok Dao Lam. Jessica Leggett. Mariel Elizabeth Louise Mading. Matthew Allen Mawini. Catherine Linda McDermott. Stephanie McGibbon. Okay. Kimberly McIntosh. Okay. Charlene Nicole McKellar with distinction. Erin Rachel Rosemary Turner Merriweather with distinction. Rosalind Daniel Nakarato. Kristen Laura O'Donnell with distinction. Haley Elizabeth Oswald. Okay. Melina Nikki Panara with distinction. Jennifer Pataki. Okay. Haley Elizabeth Paris. Megan Rebello. Okay. Andrew Reynolds. Rochelle Charmaine Richardson. Samantha Coral Rao with distinction. Heather Rose Josephine Sardo. Sean Sargent. Ryan Schewel. Stephanie Vanessa Singh with distinction. Alyssa Christine Spence. Maggie Elizabeth Spring. Jody Yvonne Steinman. Laura Patricia Stephenson. Adrian Francis Taylor with distinction. Jennifer Taylor with distinction. Alyssa Diane Trizzle. Christopher Venditelli. Alana Katharina Vokes with distinction. Nikita Marina Weaver. Stuart Elliott Barron Weinberg with distinction. Kelly Whiten. Casey Alexandra Joan Wilson. Okay. Ryan Mark Wilson. Okay. Cassandra Wolf. Okay, let's congratulate this first group. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars in the College of Arts that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts General Program. Jacob Mo Bolshin. Okay. Adam Timothy Bassett. Okay. Nicole Jacqueline Boyd. Benjamin Anthony Cohen. Robin Dalglish. Sarah Jane DeVoe. Mackenzie Carson Jackson. Okay. Claudia Manuela Madalena. Okay. Christopher Stephen Malik. Curtis John McGilvery. Okay. Andreas Robert Mueller. Okay. Jessica Lynn Murphy. Okay. Tyler Brendan Murray. Okay. Ashley Samantha Ray Perithundo. Okay. Brianne Elizabeth Patterson. Michael Douglas Powers. Taylor Page Pugliese. Santana Rapsh. Jamie Alexandra Rollo. Ashley Lockaday Schmidtchen. Michaela Sobrino. Okay. Emma Kathleen Standing. Francesca Chanel Starr. Okay, go. Eric Stevenson. Melissa Danielle Stewardson. Sinead Natasha Summerfield. Okay. Carrie Lynn Christie Webb. Kevin Robertson Wilson. Okay. Tristan Gwynfrin Woodfine. And let's congratulate our second group. I'll just say that in this next group, I had a lot in my fourth year class that I'm about to see grow across the stage, and that's very gratifying. Mr. Chancellor, Mr. President, I have the honor to present to you these scholars from the College of Arts that they may be admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Arts and Science. Okay, go ahead. Marzian Faiza Alam. Okay. Sarah Elaine Bannister with distinction. Okay. Cassandra Cooper Barrett. Okay. Heather Peggy Campbell. Jeannie Kim Choi. Rebecca Rose Cote with distinction. Rachel Elizabeth Daly with distinction. Okay. Devin Fields. Megan Sandra Annika Garner. Gordon Russell Christensen Harper with distinction. Nia Gwyneth Hughes with distinction. Okay. Jamie Lynn Knowles. Okay. Danielle Nicole Kipfer. Martha Blaney Larkin. Zoe Catherine Leach with distinction. Kevin Robert Leblanc. Michaela Ruby Loader. Okay. Adrian Louise Mitsuki with distinction. Eden Christian Moffat. Megan Christine Moore. Siobhan Haley Node. And Marie Regina. Brittany Elizabeth Ribalkin. Olivia Caitlin Ragosa. Emma Caitlin Mary Rupar. Okay. Juliana Maria Scott. Okay. Emily Sellen. Shrafan Issa Moretti Spearin with distinction. Camelia Valkova. Linnea Christina Walderberg. Okay. Brendan John Wiley. Okay. Erica Brianne Jungblutz. Shalou Emma Atwal with distinction. Okay, that's it. Congratulations to the class of 2015.
What a fantastic day. Mr. Chancellor, I would ask that you confer the various and several degrees on the graduates listed in the program but unable to be present at this ceremony.
By virtue of the authority vested in me and in the University of Guelph, I confer the various and several degrees in absentia on the graduands not present.
Well, graduates, you did it. Well done. Congratulations. Well, we are also very proud, of course, of your accomplishments here at the University of Guelph, and we certainly will be interested in seeing how the foundations that you've developed here as a student will support you in the future. And we want to celebrate your achievements and your successes and hope that you'll stay in touch. And remember that you're always welcome here. You are a student for only a short time. However, you're a Griffin forever. So make sure that you stay in touch with your alma mater, and we look forward to that. Following Convocation, Dr. Don Bruce, Dean of the College of Arts, will host a reception for all the graduates and their guests in Creelman Hall. This really is an opportunity for everyone to come together with the graduates and hope that you can all attend and mingle. Now, a few items of business. Once we have taken photographs, graduates, if you could please return your gowns and your hoods to the tent outside. There is sometimes a tendency to just keep going, right, straight to the party place. If you could just hang a right and drop off your hoods and gowns, that would be great. We host 21 convocation ceremonies this week, and waiting outside actually is the next group of families eager to see their graduate across the stage. So if you could please go through the doors at this end, these are the front doors of the hall, we'll be able to prepare the hall for the next group. So thank you very much for that. And now I'm very conscious of the fact that there's one person that stands between you and the party after this, and that is our Chancellor. So I'm going to give the last word to our Chancellor. Thank you.
Convocation is dismissed.
Well done.